guys, it is Irene with Conquer Beauty Clinic. Today we are going to talk about vacuum therapy. I do get a lot of questions regarding vacuum therapy via Instagram. I do see a lot of people being confused about vacuum therapy on community forums. So I'm hoping this video kind of clears up some confusion. Now I want to make this abundantly clear. Everybody has their own technique and that's okay. Let me say it again for the girls in the back. Everybody has their own technique and that's okay. The more popular body sculpting is getting and the more educators and mentors come out of the woodwork, I do see a lot of girls kind of saying like, if you weren't trained this way, then get retrained, and my way is the only way, and this is the correct way to do it. You can only do body sculpting one way. I am here to tell you that that's not accurate. Every lash tech has their own technique, every nail tech has their own technique, every body sculptor has their own technique, and that's okay. You can ask one question to 50 different body sculpting technicians and you may get 50 different answers. Body sculpting, as long as you are doing everything safely and never working on somebody who has the contraindications, you can add your own style to it. I train my students on what works for me and what has allowed me to be in this industry full-time for 5 years. What pays my bills, what feeds my kids, what keeps consistent clientele and consistent results on all different body shapes, and has continued to do so for 5 years. This is what I train my students. Yeah, there are multiple ways to do this, but let's talk about vacuum therapy. I do know some girls incorporate it into their abdomen session. That's okay. Vacuum therapy is the multi-purpose wand. It's got the cavitation feature, the suction feature that really aids in lymphatic drainage, and then the radio frequency feature. So this is a combination wand. I know some girls who use this after cavitation. Some girls say this is the most underutilized tool. Some girls say it's overutilized. All the information on body sculpting can make your head spin. But vacuum therapy, right? Let's get back to the basics, is basically a suction wand. Layman's terms, it helps aid in the lymphatic drainage process. It is a combination wand that incorporates fat cavitation and radio frequency. It has all three things in one, which is kind of cool. I would never use it in lieu of cavitation or radio frequency. I feel it's not strong enough to just use this one tool. However, I do use vacuum therapy with my non-invasive BBLs. I do not use vacuum therapy to aid in lymphatic drainage after cavitation on the abdomen or thighs or anything like that. I prefer wood therapy. I feel like it's a little bit more of a holistic approach and it does just vibe well with my facility. Again, every technique is different, and that's okay. So what vacuum therapy does, again, its main purpose is to aid in the lymphatic drainage process. Now, how you move this wand, I'm going to add on a little video here at the end and explain it. You move this wand down or towards the nearest lymph node, because as we know, body sculpting is a technology-based service, although non-invasive and holistic, and it does work through the lymphatic drainage system. So your body will naturally detox the fat cells that you are breaking down through the cavitation process through your lymphatic drainage system, which is why we want to encourage our clients up their water intake. Every 72 hours after each session with a body sculpting specialist is prime time for your lymphatic drainage system. The more you hydrate, the more you defecate, and the more you sweat, the better the process is going to work. Let's get into the video and talk a little bit more about the movements.
When utilizing vacuum therapy, you want to make sure you are applying consistent pressure. Nothing overwhelming to where you're breaking blood vessels, but nothing too light. Consistent pressure is really going to aid in the lymphatic drainage process. You also want to push towards the nearest lymph node. So for the abdomen, the nearest lymph node is in the pelvic area. And you want to go downward. You can go straight down or downwards at an angle, following the body's natural curve. If you're doing vacuum therapy on the thighs, you want to go upwards. If you're doing the arms, you want to go inwards. Never directly on the belly button itself.
So with non-invasive body sculpting, with vacuum therapy specifically, you want to make sure that you use an oil base, not an ultrasound gel, seeing as ultrasound gel will get caught and clog your tubes, therefore hindering the duration and the lifetime of your machine. I definitely recommend an oil base like a grapeseed oil, a coconut oil, a eucalyptus oil. I prefer grapeseed oil. I've been using grapeseed oil for 3 years, and I've never had a client have an allergic reaction or a chemical burn to grapeseed oil. Now, just like with anything else with the vacuum therapy wand, you want to start low. You want to keep it on mode 1 and don't bypass it to about a 2 or 3. You want to always adjust it based on your client's comfortability. If you turn up the suction too high too fast, you will harm your client. So always start off relatively low, again, at about a mode 1 and about a level 2 to 3, just until your client gets comfortable. Again, I don't incorporate vacuum therapy on my abdomen sessions. The only time I incorporate vacuum therapy is for my non-invasive BBLs. Some girls do incorporate them on your abdomen session. This is just to show you guys how to use it should you want to try incorporating it and utilizing it as a new technique, because everybody has their own technique and that's okay. I've been seeing, again, just a lot of really negative stuff about educators attacking other educators, and my way is the only way. And as an educator who does this specifically for passion and has been doing this for so long, it is kind of a bummer to see this industry and the industry that I love so much become a little bit of a negative catty field. So remember, we are all in this together. We all have the same goal, the same passion, and always go with the educator that best fits your vibe, even if it's not me. So I hope this helped a little bit about the vacuum therapy. Remember, oil base, consistent pressure, low, always start low and gradually work your way up. Try new techniques and see what works for you and what works for your clients, because at the end of the day, they are the reason we are doing this. I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing new year.